Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here. Welcome back to the Sales, Copywriting, Content Marketing Hacks podcast with Jim Edwards and Stu Smith. This is episode 82. Today we're talking about outsourcing secrets. Welcome, Stu, and everybody in our live studio audience. How is everybody?
Good. Where's the audience?
I need a laugh track. You didn't hear the applause?
I did not. Okay.
Come on,
Got it.
man.
That
Mess
worked.
up my mojo. Okay.
No.
So today we're talking about outsourcing and some secrets about outsourcing. But first, I think we need to define what is outsourcing. What does outsourcing mean to you, Stu? And make it emotional.
And why do we need to do it?
Well, okay. What does it mean to you and why do you want to do it?
What it means to me is doing a job that will consume too much time for my level of expertise. Maybe I could do it, but it might take longer. Maybe I could do it, but I couldn't do it as well as hiring someone else who solely focuses on that. Mainly, it is a time saver. It is like having your own employee there. When you're self-employed and have no employees, you can now outsource something, and it is basically hiring somebody to do a job.
Okay.
So that's the way I look at it. Is for entrepreneurs, outsourcing is critical.
Okay. That louder?
Yes.
Okay. So to me, outsourcing is basically where you hire somebody who's not an employee to do something for you that you either don't want to do yourself, can't do yourself, or shouldn't do yourself. So great example of this. What should you outsource or why should you outsource? The ultimate reason is that you can't make $150, $200, $300, $400, $500 an hour if you are constantly doing $10 an hour work. There are plenty of people around the world who want to do $10 an hour work, and that is fine. God bless them. I do not want to do $10 an hour work, but I will hire somebody who's willing to do that because we all only have a finite number of hours in the week. In fact, how do we know how many hours in a week? 24 times 7 equals 168 minus 56 hours that we are sleeping. That leaves 112 hours minus 40 hours a week that we're watching TV. That only gives us 72 hours minus the 20 hours of work the week that we should be working out minus the 20 hours of video games. That leaves us only 32 hours a week. Look at this old thing I got, man.
Nice.
This is from the 80s.
Old school.
32 hours. I say that in jest, though. But there's other stuff I'd rather do than work 16 hours a day. I've done it. It's no fun.
Yeah.
So I would rather go do something where I was making 20 bucks an hour and pay somebody else 10 bucks an hour to do the stuff that I can't do. Great example. Stu, tell the story of what happened when I very lovingly told you your ebook covers suck.
Best advice I ever had was Jim's feedback on my ebook covers, because at the time I didn't even have an ebook cover. It was just a picture or a logo of something that had something to do with the book title, right?
Your airborne school workout had like the wings.
Airborne wings. That was it. You know, probably a copyright infringement as well. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what it was. And I didn't even think about doing covers. You know, I had book covers for real books that were the pictures, which looked really sharp, but I didn't have anything for the ebook versions. And that made all the difference.
So what'd you do?
I went to
what
Fiverr.
Did you do?
Went to Fiverr.com, found a guy, nice guy that makes book covers, and I hired him to do over 30 ebook covers in a course of, it's probably like 6 weeks. I mean, I was tearing it up. And while I was doing that, I was updating all the ebooks too. So it went through an update phase as well as a great picture phase. And at the end of that 6 weeks, I could start seeing sales increase to the level of that quarter was a 30% increase in sales just from adding those ebook covers. I didn't add any new products, didn't add any new sales copy, just ebook covers. That was
So
it.
the only change was you outsourced those ebook covers and your income increased by 30%.
Yes.
In fact, you told me at the end of the year, what did you tell me at the end of the year? That I had helped you go into an entirely new tax
Yeah,
bracket.
it's a tax bracket. So it was, yeah, I paid more taxes that year. That was, yeah, that was nice.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, that's an example of you outsource your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Because most people will be like, oh man, I need to learn how to make an ebook cover because I'm going to need an ebook cover. No, you don't. No, you don't. You hire somebody to make you an ebook cover. Go make the money. If you got to go make fries, if you got to put on a hairnet and go make fries to earn the money to pay somebody to make you an ebook cover, you do it. You do not have an ebook cover that looks like some kid that was hopped up on pixie sticks did it in Microsoft Paint. You just don't do it. And Stu had this one, man, it was like the Total Fitness whatever, and had like, he looked like the Bionic Man on the front cover of it, wearing shorty shorts from the 90s. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't buy that book. Too much, Stu? Going too far with that?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Like the Ultimate Fitness something or other. It was like a general fitness, maximum fitness.
Yeah,
he's
maybe.
Like,
yeah. That was not an ebook. That was a published book. So my publisher came up with that one. So
well, okay. Yeah. I'll talk to them. My point is that you hire somebody. Now you also, people think, okay, should I outsource I got to learn how to format my book? No, you outsource the formatting of your book. And the way I also look at it is, okay, is this something that is critical for me to know how to do? And if the answer is yes, okay, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm still the one that's going to do it. Number two is this something that I'm going to do more than once? And if the answer is no, then even if I can do it, and even if I think I should be the one to do it, I still hire it out to somebody else. There is no point in mastering a skill that you're never going to use again. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. If you're never going to do it again, why learn how to do it? Why take the time? Especially if it's a $10, $15, $20 an hour task. There's no point in doing it. While that person is doing $20 work, you can be doing $100, $200, $300 work. That's the way you got to think about it. So, and if it's not my core talent, there's no reason for me to do it. So ultimately the stuff that I do is I write sales copy and I create content. That's what I do. And everything else is handled by a team member. And if the team member is only ever going to do it once, or they're not, that team member having that skill is not going to make them more valuable to the team, then we outsource it to someone else. We don't have an immediate team member doing it. So examples of outsourcing, intake on the help desk. So the going through the help desk tickets for the first whack is not something to me that should be outsourced. It's not worth a team and a close team member doing. So we outsource that. Now the outsourced person might quote unquote be on the team, but they're not an employee. So other things are, what else? Like formatting books, formatting reports, things like that somebody can do and occasionally will do. But if there's something else that's more important, and that's another reason why you outsource, is even if you can do it, and even if you usually do it, if there's something more important that you should be doing right now, then you outsource it, even if it is normally something that you do, so you don't get behind. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%.
So here's how people blow it with outsourcing, or some of the myths or some misconceptions about outsourcing is that you are going to pay somebody $10 to do something that's going to make you $1 million. That's not how it works. And you go look at places like Upwork or things like that, and you'll see people putting out for bid, make me software that works just like PayPal. My budget is $100. What? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. The other thing that you got to do is when you're outsourcing, when you're hiring somebody to do something for you, you never put all your eggs in one basket. So the way that I'll do something is I have people audition. If I need somebody to create some content, or if I need somebody to format something, or if I need somebody to do something that's a bigger project, then I'll hire 3 or even 4 people to do a sample project for me to see who does the best job. Because when you hire 3 or 4 people, one person won't even show up. Another person will do just a completely stinky job. One will do an average job and one will do a good job. And you want to find the person who will do the good job. Well, what if you hire the person who doesn't even show up? So even if I have a job that's not that big of a deal, let's say it's a $10 job, but I need it done, I'll hire at least 2 people to do that job every single time. I will not just hire a single person, because chances are you're going to end up with something that doesn't work. So, and I learned this lesson over and over and over and over. In other words, if you need a book formatted, hire 2 people to format your book. One will do a better job than the other. And if you're paying $25, then you'll pay $50 to have it done. So what? That's the biggest thing is not to put all your eggs in one basket with a single outsourcer until they have really proven themselves to you. And then you can put all your eggs in one basket. But understand that with most of the people that are doing gig work, a lot of them don't want to do gig work. They're doing it to keep body and soul together until they can find something else. And when they do find something else, you'll see at the beginning when you work with somebody, oh man, they're eager. Everything's great. Here, let me use my redneck iPad to explain the continuum of outsourcing heartbreak. Okay. Here's how it works. They're super, super excited. Yay, I'll do anything. I'm really, really excited to work with you. It's exciting. Hey, my kid got, I don't know, some kind of weird disease, and I had to do this weekend. I'll get it done, and and then all of a sudden they're gone. They disappear. Okay. This is excitement. This is responsiveness. And that's exactly how it goes. And they usually, this is where you have your most important project, is right in this phase right here. This is where they're going to let you down. This is, as soon as I start hearing that I was in the hospital, my mom was in the hospital, my dog was in the hospital, somebody's going in the hospital somewhere around. No, it's just how it works. I'm telling you, that's how it works. There's some kind of holiday, my internet went down, there's always the excuses start coming up.
Great excuse on that back end of that.
And so what you need to be doing is, if you're really doing this, is that about right here, you're auditioning somebody else. Right there, about right here, when it's like the honeymoon is at its height, you better be down at the bar mingling, okay, and finding the next person to help you with your outsourcing. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding.
That's so funny. That is from a wise man through experiences learned.
No, this is from slamming your head in a car door enough times to know that you shouldn't slam your head in a car door. This is honestly how it freaking works. Okay.
That's wisdom.
So that's how it goes. And
that's some good lessons learned from Jim.
You know, Perry just says, this is the exact same thing. This is the exact same thing that happened to me when I outsourced my YouTube thumbnails. I hired 2 people and one of them did a great job. The other didn't do so well. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I found that graphic designer from Sri Lanka, and I felt bad just paying him $10 every time. So I would temp him $10 every book. For $20, I got a beautiful book cover. That
Okay.
was a no-brainer.
So if you want to flatten the curve, okay,
Like
if
that.
you want to flatten the curve, you tip people. That's how you become the last person that they throw off their bus as it's careening off the cliff, okay? If you tip. If you are the person who tips and leaves good feedback, you will be the last person that they kick to the curb. But eventually they will get a job, they will replace their whole gig thing, and you still will be left hanging. So you want to have more than one person, but you're absolutely, that's a great point. One way to forestall that is to tip the crap out of them.
Yeah. And I told him, if this is good, I got 30 more of these coming.
You got to tease them with what's coming. Exactly. Yes. You string them along like, hey, if this date's good, we might be going to the Bahamas in a few months. And they're like, ooh, all expenses to the Bahamas. Maybe I'll be nice to him. He is kind of cute and he takes me out to eat and he's nice to me. But point is, that's the reality of outsourcing, not the stuff that people tell you're going to be able to be a kitchen table millionaire by just outsourcing stuff, figuring something out, and you'll outsource the copy and you'll outsource the product creation, you outsource the graphics, and then you put it up, and then you outsource the traffic and you outsource the customer service, and you're just sitting there with the 1 hour work week with wax on, wax off, and you're getting paid. I'm telling you right now, that would be like trying to, I don't know, I can't think of an appropriate metaphor that wouldn't get me. The PC police will be pulling into my house right now, beating me with clubs. And so can't say it. So anyway, any other thoughts on this?
Well, there's many things that you're going to outsource that help you with the administrative side of your business as well. Taxes, number one. I mean, if you don't have an accountant doing your business stuff, you're going to be every year or every quarter, you're going to be spending a day wasted doing your taxes, figuring all that out. So it's worth it. They'll save you so much money. And then you might pay them significant amount of money at the end of the year, but you look at how much you're paying in taxes and you're like, wow, how'd you pull this off?
That's a great point, because I learned that lesson when I was a loan officer for a mortgage company, and I did my own taxes and I owed money. Next year I made about the same amount.
Yep.
I went to an accountant and he started asking me all these questions about all this stuff, and I ended up getting like $7,000 back. And so we ended up filing an amended tax return for the year before.
Sweet.
And I got money back. So
I like that. Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, you get what you pay for, when it comes to, accounting and tax advice. And
so Jeff just asked an interesting question. He says, what software is best to use to write ebooks? Microsoft Word.
Yeah, I use
you
it.
Write your book in Microsoft Word and then you publish it as a PDF. There you go.
That's the easy button.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way. And I mean, you can make it an EPUB format and put it up on Amazon, and but they have machines now that you can just put your Word document on there and it turns it into an EPUB for you.
Amazon takes care of all that stuff. Yeah. All you got to do is just get it done in Word. And if you're going to do it as a regular book, you can hire somebody to format it for you on Fiverr. If you're going to do it as an ebook up on Amazon, you can pretty much just upload the Word doc. I mean, it's they got basic instruction. And you know what? You can hire somebody for like $10 on Fiverr to format it for you and make all the little clickable links work and all that stuff.
You definitely need to do that, because I can't tell you how many times I tried to upload an image that wasn't formatted perfectly for Amazon covers. So pain in the neck. So, somebody on Fiverr will get the exact dimensions for you, because they went through a change where you used to have a front page and a back page, and then they did the single page, and that screwed up a lot of people with how they used to do it, and they had to update it. And you know, that's why I bought the whole Adobe suite, just so I could do that on my own if I wanted to, but it's not worth it. And just have Fiverr fix it for you.
Yeah, but I mean, here's one right here I'm looking at. If we're over here on Fiverr, you know, this is not an endorsement of this person. I have no idea who they are. Blah 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 blah. But I'll
give
format
you my
and convert your book for Kindle and EPUB. You know, here you go. 245 stars. For $5, do up to 50 pages.
Dang.
I mean, $20. I mean, I'm sure it's one of those things that she'll have it. I mean, come on, $5. She'll do it. And I'm sure, okay, let's do the math. If it's 100 pages, how much you think it is? $10.
And like I said, it's worth 20.
Right. Look at this, 100 pages for $20, and she'll do the Kindle and EPUB format, blah, 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 Kindle format. She'll even do a cover too. Design your book for, I mean, if you want to do a basic cover, I'd hire somebody else to do the cover. But I mean, this ain't rocket science to get somebody to do it.
Yeah, my guy is Cover Creators, and what he does, his main thing is movie posters. So he'll make a movie poster for you, which is really cool. I've never done it, but I did do a landscape movie poster of my podcast. So it is like what I use as the cover of my podcast, Tactical Fitness Report, and he did a really good job with it.
Well, you should drop. I looked up Cover Creator and I didn't find it. So if you could find a link,
Cover Creators with an S. It's plural.
Oh my gosh.
He's from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Pradeep.
Cover Creator. I did. I put the S on the end. Cover Creators.
Yeah. Cover Creators. I just looked it up.
Is it one word or two?
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. Do you want me to just share my screen?
I think that would be appropriate.
Cover Creators, one word.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna show your screen?
Oh yeah, I'll do it. Sure.
Still not seeing it.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to, okay, got it. Here you are. Here's Pradeep.
Pradeep.
Yes. Great guy.
Oh, / Cover Creators.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's upped his prices a little bit.
But, yeah, but $25 for a butt kicking
ultra professional.
Ultra. Not just professional, dude.
Ultra professional. But yeah, he's solid. Like I said, he's done every one of my ebooks. And then he created these movie poster for my podcast. You know,
dude, I need to get him to make a movie poster of me.
Wouldn't that be fun? Just have
it would be cool.
Poster?
The Jim and Stu show. Let's hire him to make a movie poster for the Jim and Stu show for real.
Yeah, and we'll
you do that?
Yeah, we'll have him do the G.I. Joe logo in the back, and
yeah, we'll send him the logo that Nancy did, and then have him do like a movie poster, and we can come up with one of those really cool cheesy lines like you know, I can't even think about it right now, but like the movie posters, you know,
I'll be back.
Yeah. Like if it was a horror hotel thing, it would have a thing that says, you know, guests check in, but they don't check out. You know, so we'll come up with something.
Yeah, I'll talk to him this week.
I'll split it with you, buddy. You only have to absorb $15 of that cost.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm just trying to think what would be some other questions that you guys would have about outsourcing or anything like that. I'm looking, a lot of people are like Fiverr. You can go to Upwork. The big thing that I've used was Elance. I don't even know if Elance works anymore. The biggest thing is don't pay anybody until the job is done to your, Elance became Upwork. That's right. So don't pay anybody until it's done. Because once they get the dough, they're gone. They're done. They're done. I don't care how many promises they make. I don't care how much on their mother's life they promise. The instant they have the money, they're gone. It's done. The project is over. So do not give them the money. Do not give them the review until it is done 100% to your liking. On the flip side, make sure that the project has been described in such a way that a complete functional idiot could
No gray
understand
area.
what it is that you are supposed to be getting.
No gray area.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you're doing any type of graphical work, if you're getting anything done, you need to make sure that any graphics being used are fully licensed. You need to find out where those graphics are coming from and make sure they're either in the public domain or you were the one who actually purchased the license for them, because that can get you into hot water as well. Best
That's pretty cool,
pictures.
isn't it?
That's very cool. Is that the brand new one?
No, it's an old one. It's one he did.
There you
But
go.
and all
Where'd
these
those pictures come from?
they're open source military.
Okay. Right. So but the point is, you know where those pictures came from.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's how you can get burnt. I'm just trying to think. Anybody got any other questions? Bobby says, great advice. I can tell this is worldly wisdom. Yes, this is slam your hand in a car door wisdom.
Don't do that
True.
again.
Yeah. Just trying to think if anybody's got any other questions. I'm just trying to think of any other things. Treat people right. That's the other thing. Treat them like a human. That's something else. It's a person. It's not a friggin' vending machine.
Yeah.
It's not, oh, boom, 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 boom. I didn't get what I wanted. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't get what I wanted. It's a human.
Yeah.
On the other
I got
end.
to know my guy, and he's just had a brand new daughter, and we just
probably didn't really. He just told you that so you tip his ass. He's probably some creeper living in his mom's basement.
Yeah.
Do they have basements in Thailand or Indonesia?
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Imagine
Sorry.
I don't know. Does $20 go pretty far in Sri Lanka?
Dude, $20 goes real far in countries like that. Think about this though. That's the other thing. I mean, one of our team members lives in the Philippines, and she said, I want $8 an hour after we did everything we were talking about. I said, $8 an hour? That's not fair. I mean, I'll pay at least $9. Really? Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, treat them like a person. It's not a vending machine. It's not. There's this thing back. It's a mechanical Turk. Look it up on the internet. It's not like one of those things where you'll see porn or something when I say look up mechanical Turk, but it's a thing where it's a concept of there's a person behind what you think is a mechanism. And so be nice to the person and you'll get better stuff.
Oh yeah.
If you treat them like a peon or something like most people do, then you'll get the bare minimum.
Yeah. Another final thought on this too is, like Jim did his bell curve, you need to boost that out a little bit because there are going to be delays in this process. So make sure if you have a timeline to get a book launched, that you are well in advance of getting that cover back before your book launch day. I mean, it should be a month before your book launch.
A great point. And we'll end with Bob's question. What do you do if they don't deliver? See, here's the thing. What do you do if they don't deliver? If you're up against a deadline and you only hired one person and it's going to really jack your business, if they don't deliver, there's a military term called bohica, because you are FUBAR.
There's another one called 2 is 1, 1 is none.
Exactly. If you had hired 2 people and you had planned ahead, then you get a refund from Fiverr. You get your escrow money back because the person didn't deliver. And then the other person you hired has you calm and cool as the other side of the pillow because you planned ahead.
Nice.
That's what you do. So don't ever get yourself in a position where if they don't deliver, you're screwed. And the thing is, if you're using something like Fiverr, it's an escrow. You pay, but they don't get paid until they deliver. And if they don't deliver, you get your dough back.
Yep.
So that's what you do if they don't deliver. But that's great points too.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the last minute. Or if you did wait till last minute, hire 2 people and pay extra for rush service.
Yeah. You know what I like to do? I like to have that project done that I've outsourced before my project is done, because it makes me extra motivated to finish the project now, whether that is a graphics, it is whatever, it's a nice little tool to help you finish the project, because a lot of us are project starters. Not everybody is a project finisher.
Right.
And it's just another way to actually finish a project you started.
And having that book cover or that product graphic done ahead of time makes it more real. It's like, hey, it's real. I got to get this done. I got to finish it. Absolutely. Okay. Well, great job, Stu. Great job, live studio audience. Well done. Appreciate you all being here. Just as a quick reminder, if you'd like to attend these live, we do them every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is the only time zone that matters. Everything is told in Eastern time, and you figure it from there. It's only one I can figure out. It's +2, -1, 5 hours ahead.
6 a.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah, my brain just can't handle it. Thank God I live in the right time zone. So that's when we do them. So you can join the copywriting, sales copywriting, content marketing hacks Facebook group is where we do it. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out. Make sure if you don't have a copy of Copywriting Secrets, my book, it's available at copywritingsecrets.com. We'll show you how to get more clicks, more sales, and more profits, no matter what you sell or who you sell it to. And if you're tired of being out of shape and unhappy with your body, head on over to stewsmithfitness.com. He will have you puking in a trash can inside of 10 minutes. It's called a burpee pyramid. Tell them about your 101 best pyramid training workouts book, Stu.
Yeah, that's my latest book. Just got published, and it's a fun one. It is a great 25-year culmination of workouts that I've done using a pyramid method, which is a very perfect way to do a workout.
I love pyramids, and Stu has beaten them into me. I can always tell what his next book topic's going to be, because when it was PT tests, we were doing PT tests all the time. And then I knew there was a pyramid book coming, because like, dude, we've been doing pyramids for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that the next book Stu's going to be coming out with is probably either going to be a superset book or a max rep workout set. I'll just wait and see what kind of workouts we do over a 3, 4, 5 month period, and then I'll give you all the preview.
That's a good point.
So head on over to, in all seriousness though, Stu Smith changed my life as far as my fitness level, my confidence, and my physicality, and just all the benefits that go with that. And so if you want to change your life in that realm, head on over to stewsmithfitness.com. Pick you out a patriotic t-shirt too. You can get your don't quit t-shirt. I own like 12 of them because they're super comfy and they make me feel studly when I wear them. So everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.